in Santa Fe, we have over 3,000 rental units that instead of going to local residents who live and work here, who are invested in giving back to Santa Fe, in making Santa Fe a sustainable, peaceful, abundant, like fun place to live, we have 3,000 units that are going to transients who are coming in and out, who are not invested at all in the health and well-being of Santa Fe, in the health and safety of the neighborhood, right? Someone's renting an Airbnb, they don't know, oh, that car doesn't really belong in this neighborhood. Oh, that guy who's been sitting in front of that car casing that house all day, he doesn't live here. That's a little suspect. If, someone rents an Airbnb next door and they're having a loud, wild party, and I say, hey guys, can you keep it down? It's 2 a.m. They don't care about their relationship with me. They're not cultivating some sort of healthy, mutually respectful, neighborly relationship. They have nothing to lose by saying, screw you, we'll be as loud as we want. So it renders all of our neighborhoods less safe. And when I've spoken to the city council members here, they all own their houses, so they don't really care. And it's like, okay, but what if your neighbor is renting out their house to some Airbnb rando group of people who are not minding or invested in the safety and well-being and respectfulness of your neighborhood? Like, it works against all of us. And then there's the greed factor, right? Because I've heard people say, well, what if someone needs the extra income by renting out their casita? Great, rent it out to someone who lives here. Rent it out to someone who works in the community, who lives in the community, who is invested in the community. And then I've heard some of the other pushback I've heard is, well, where will the tourists stay? In hotels? Like, why don't we support our local businesses who took major hits during the COVID nonsense? So, like, it's such a win-win. We get rid of Airbnbs. All of those rental units go to people who live in our communities, and we bring the prices down to a reasonable monthly rent instead of this jacked up nightly situation. And then tourists who are coming through can give their business to the hotels, which strengthens our economy. Like, on all levels, it makes the most sense. The only people who lose are the greedy people who want to jack the prices and make the most money possible and have no interest in the health and well-being of the communities. And what I find so interesting here I believe New Mexico is a red state, and I don't believe in red blue. I've never been a Republican, and I've never been a Democrat. I care about none of that. But what I have noticed here is it's those who claim to want diversity and equity and inclusion. It's that group of people who have no problem jacking the prices of their Airbnbs to make the most money. So it's like, it's all this conceptual, abstract virtue signaling and posturing on social media or out in the world with their, like, whatever, rainbow flag stickers or muzzles or what have you. It's all like empty optics, but when push comes to shove and the rubber meets the road, they have no problem screwing over the local community in favor of the most deflated dollars. The hypocrisy is just the grodiest.